And that's the Neon Rush. That one's called Float. Joining us on the line right now,
we have Collin and Andy from the Neon Rush. Guys, how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks.
Good. Welcome to the show. Again, this is Across the Board. You guys are the Neon Rush. You can check them out. We played the Aquarium Effect at the top of the show. That was Float. And just on the other side of this interview, we're actually going to play Jubilation. So, guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Now, we want to talk about you're a newer band. You've only been together a few years, and partly because you're really, really young. So tell us a little bit about the band. Now, you were originally called Metrofish, recently changed it to the Neon Rush. To talk a little bit about that and who's in the band, and talk about your ages.
Well, the band started in December 2007, and the Metrofish was kind of like a joke name. It came from a dream I had, but we didn't realize it was going to be very serious. But when it got serious, it kind of stuck. And back then, we had a fifth member and a bit of a different sound. And then during the recording of this album that's just come out, the fifth member who played the violin left the band, and then in that process, we kind of started to reinvent what we did. And we changed the name just because we felt like, we kind of reinvented ourselves. So we wanted to put a different name on it, I guess.
Now, with you guys, and we're not trying to make such a point about it, out of it being that you're so young, but I can imagine I had a lot of things going on for myself when I was, in school still. How does this affect your everyday school studies? I mean, this has got to be... it's got to be really tough, and I have all the respect in the world for you for doing that.
Yeah, because you have two of you are in college and two are in high school, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We usually have 3 practices a week, so just so we can keep tight. And it kind of it's very time consuming, but we find ways, like staying up all night to do homework or, just not sleeping as much.
Sleep is overrated.
Yeah, we can sleep later.
Yeah, and honestly, the work ethic really shows through. You guys really are, talented group of musicians.
Yeah, pretty tight musically, especially for just being playing for such a small amount of time. Kind of akin to, not sound wise, but like a Silverchair, where they were really big when they were like 14, 15, already very musically gifted. So. How about some of your musical influences? Let's talk about that. I know you recently just covered a song. You covered Kids, actually, by MGMT.
I just, one of my biggest influences like MGMT, the Smashing Pumpkins, just that kind of, alternative sound. It's kind of like taking a pop song and then warping it.
Yep.
I really like that. Andy?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of 90s rock influences and also a lot of 70s rock influences, and we kind of try to mesh together, different parts of those genres and to make our own sound.
Now, how about specifically to your part in the band? So, Collin, you're the lead vocalist and you play guitar, and then Andy, you're the lead guitarist. So, for your specific contribution, what are your influences? Well,
lately I've been listening to a lot of Radiohead and Coldplay, and their guitarists have very different style from
absolutely
guitarists nowadays. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of try to take from that influence, and we try to make a more atmospheric and full sound with the guitars. Yeah.
Cool.
What do you call them?
With me, it's I listen to. I really love Fuzz Tones from Billy Corgan, from Siamese Dream, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely Andy's turned me on to the Muse guitarist and his incredible fuzz tones.
Oh, Matt Bellamy is amazing.
Yeah, amazing fuzz tones. And
great singer, too.
Yeah, and also just looking at, also Coldplay, their newest album, just incredible, just the sounds. It was produced by Inu, which is such an incredible honor for them, because it's just the sounds,
Yeah. Now, talk to us about the writing and recording process. Originally you guys started out just playing, in your basement, and then you moved up and recorded in a basement, and now you just got signed by RYO Records, so you actually have an actual deal now, record coming out, and what's the name of the record?
The record's come out. It's called Blinds and Blurs.
Right, and you can buy that now, right, on iTunes?
On iTunes, Napster, Rhapsody. You can order a physical copy from the website.
Cool. And that's the neonrush.com, the neonrush.com. So again, talk to us about your writing and recording process and sort of how that's evolved over the past couple of years.
Well, it used to be that the first couple songs that we wrote for our first EP, me and Andy basically wrote them in his basement on acoustic guitars. I'd come with an idea, and then he'd figure out what key it was in, and we'd riff off that. It's basically been that way for the most part. Most of the songs are, just I'll come with the skeleton and everybody fills in the flesh and the skin and just all that to the song. But recently we've been sitting down all together, starting to compose more in kind of a studio sense, because now we've finally gotten the equipment to record ourselves and to work, more with MIDI controllers. So it's definitely changing.
Yeah, it's becoming a lot more coherent and cohesive, because now we have a sense of our different playing styles, so we can, I'll be playing something that Collin might make, like in his style, or Collin would play something that I would kind of, do in my own style, and so I think we're definitely just a more together band now.
Now, I've been thinking about this, and, time is one thing, but with the current economy, with as much as you guys are putting into, two of you are paying for college, I imagine you don't have a full-time job. I mean, how do you go about making sure that you have the financial ability to maintain a band at this time?
Well, the only person who has a job in the band is me, and I actually work at a music store, and the reason I've been able to afford all the equipment that we've got is I just buy it from the music store from really, really cheaply.
Employee discounts are always the best.
And you can plug the music store if you want.
It's Jerry's Music in Bethesda.
There you go, Jerry's Music in Bethesda.
It's actually like no joke, better than Guitar Center and Victor. You can get everything really cheap there.
Nice, let's check it out.
Yeah, no, I mean, because I'm sitting here thinking about this. I'm like, man, they go to college, which is never cheap.
Yeah, we're not college students ourselves, but we are broadcasting from a university as well. So yeah, we know, and the tuition keeps going up these days.
Yeah, imagine it's not getting any cheaper for you guys. And with so much on the line for just everyone in general, I mean, anyone in the United States at this point in time, everyone has so little time and so little money. What makes you guys stand out from any other bands, and why would people really choose you guys? Where can they see you guys play live?
We play live down in Virginia, Jam and Java Jacks. We play in D.C. occasionally, up in Baltimore sometimes, in the Maryland area, the greater D.C. area mostly. I guess the main thing that people would, dig from us is that when we go and put on a show, it's not that we just don't go up there and, play a bunch of songs, say goodbye and walk. We practice day in and day out to put on a really good show. I mean, there's some shows where, we'll wear outfits, or some shows that what we'll do is like we did a show where we destroyed a guitar, and I mean, we'll put on a show, because when you're paying, you're not just paying to see somebody reproduce the recording. You're supposed to see a spectacle, a show.
Yeah, we try to make it a special gig like every time, and so when people come out, it'll be that one special night that we play that certain way and perform that certain way.
That's
we
great.
Never reproduce a set. That's
great. That's incredible. See, that's the kind of band you want to go see. I checked them out Tuesday, but I need to go see them Thursday too, because they're that good. And if you destroy your guitar, you can pick one up at what was it, Jerry's in Bethesda?
Yeah.
There you go.
And I'm sure being able to get them at a cheaper price than most people can, I'm sure it makes it easier for you guys to be able to destroy the guitar too.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that we have a little bit of idea of your live show, what is your favorite song to perform live?
I bet what about you, Andy? What's yours?
Well, I honestly, the last show we played Kids, and that was really fun. We just had fun interacting with the crowd, and I got to do some backup vocals, and it was just very different from what we usually do.
Right, and I guess that takes me into my next question was going to be what's your favorite cover song to perform live, but obviously I think Kids takes that one. Are there any other covers that you guys do as well in your shows, or you just try to stick to the originals?
Oh, we stick to the originals mostly. We'll learn a cover every once in a while. We did Cherub Rock by the Smashing Pumpkins.
Nice.
Yeah.
We've also done Men's Knees by the Cribs.
Nice.
The Cribs. I don't think we've done any more. Oh, and Blackest Eyes by Porcupine Tree.
Wow, I haven't heard
call.
that one in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you could, I mean, I know you guys are constantly working on things, but what are your goals? Obviously, for being a group, what do you guys see in your near future?
Well, we're hoping, just to get our music out there and people notice us more, and hopefully we'll have an impact, around the area. And I guess the ultimate dream is just getting more noticed and being able to create more albums and just keep it going for as long as we would like to.
Tell us a little bit about the song that we just played, which was Float, and the song that we're going to hear, which is Jubilation. Talk about the inspiration for those songs, and then what we can expect from this upcoming album, Lines and Blurs.
Float was it was inspired it was kind of like a feeling. Float and Jubilation are very related. They're kind of like the two sides of it. Float, they're both about I try not to do this because I find a lot of artists who are in their 20s are reflecting on their 30s when they haven't actually occurred. So when I start to write things, I'm not okay, I'm 17, I'm going to reflect on my 20s now. So I try to reflect on the time that I've actually spent and the experience that I've actually had. So it's kind of like that experience where, you're growing up, now, high school's over and it's, the weight's all come on your shoulders and it's, it's time to, get a job, start your life, and Float's kind of the mellow side of that, just kind of the beaten down side of that, while Jubilation's more being aggravated by it. So it's kind of like the two reactions that you could take from it.
Now, you guys are both in college right now. What are you studying? I mean, are you studying music? Do you want to be producers? Do you want to, are you getting a degree to sort of fall back on something? Or, band the whole way? We're going to do a band, we're going to retire a band?
Well, I'm actually studying film, and I'm doing minor in audio technology, and so I definitely want to keep music a very big part of my life, and if music doesn't work out for me, then I'll have something fun, kind of like film, to fall back on. And I really enjoy all different kinds of art. I love photography, and I love actually going out there with a camera and filming stuff.
For me, it's been I don't really have a degree in mind. I'm just taking music theory courses, production courses. Both me and Andy want to get into production because when we did do the album, the one big flaw that we had was that we didn't have a producer. We had an engineer. And, he was great, but when we were getting into it at the start, it was very slow because we didn't really understand a lot of things. And then it picked up, and we started to learn, what we were doing. But we definitely want to get more into that and learning how to, create ideas in the studio.
That's amazing. So you guys are teenagers, you're playing top-level music, and you're producing your own albums now as well. That's incredible. I definitely think music is going to work out for both of you now and in the long run. Very talented at such an age, and we hate to harp on that, but it's an amazing fact that you guys are so talented so young. So tell people where they can get in touch with you guys, online or email or...
we got a website, theneonrush.com, and we also got Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, but we actually haven't updated Twitter in a while. But
it's linked to the Facebook because we're lazy.
Right, and it's facebook.com/theneon, or myspace.com as well, actually, the Neon Rush, theneonrush.com, and again, the album is Lines and Blurs. It is available now on iTunes, Rhapsody. You can order it through the website. Go out there and get it, and no gigs that they can quite talk about yet, but definitely, I'm sure a lot of shows coming up. And guys, if you're ever in the area, we'd love to have you in studio doing a performance or something as well.
Oh, definitely.
That'd be great.
Definitely, just want to say we have a few gigs that are in the booking process that are happening in March.
Okay, and can you talk about the areas where they are, or?
I know one's going to probably be in Baltimore. Maybe we know we've got one in the Bethesda area. Maybe in D.C.
Cool. I'll tell you, I don't know if you've ever played there, if you get a chance, but Ram's Head Live I go see a lot of concerts there. It's a great place to get noticed as well.
We'd love to play at the Ram's Head.
Yeah, incredible. Well, actually, Colonel and I are both around the Baltimore area a lot, so we'll check you out next time you play live as well. Great hearing from you guys. Appreciate the time, and we're going to go into Jubilation here. Again, the Neon Rush, the neonrush.com. Collin and Andy, thank you so much for joining us. Tell Mark and Daniel as well that we appreciate it, and we look for big things from you guys in the future.
Thank you so much.
Great. And if you guys can hang on the line, I'm going to talk to you in 1 second, but we're going to go into Jubilation from the Neon Rush.
You're listening to Across the Board on Hawk Radio.
HawkRadio.org.